The special rule types, which are Nfm Suppression, Flapping Detection, Deduplication, and Event Set Detection, each have a specialized purpose and different types of action that can result from their success. Nfm suppression rules are intended to prevent false positive events being raised for occasional, sporadic, or short-duration conditions that aren't serious enough to warrant operator intervention or concern. They allow one or more incident opening events to be provided along with incident closing events. The opening events are suppressed until the event would have been open for at least the specified percentage of the given time period, at which point one of each type of opening event that have been received are released for further processing, including the opening of incidents. Let's take network outage events as an example. These are computed on a 2-minute cycle, so if an Nfm suppression rule were to be set to 60% of 10 minutes, it would suppress a single isolated network outage event lasting 2 minutes or 4 minutes, or even a pair of 2-minute outages separated by a gap as short as 2 minutes. However, if there were network outages totaling at least 6 minutes within any 10-minute period, the rule would succeed and the corresponding events would be released. Flapping detection rules allow a list of events to be defined. For each event, the minimum number of non-repeated occurrences to qualify for flapping detection is specified along with the time period over which they must have happened. There is also a menu to choose which event will be derived once the flapping criteria has been met, at which point all the events that contributed to the rule will also be suppressed. While the suppression is active, the incoming events will still be monitored, and once the flapping condition no longer exists, the last of these events will be released. This means that a flapping port that stops flapping in the down state will cause the port down event to be released, and the corresponding port status problem incident will be updated to show that the port is in the down state. If, however, the port stopped flapping and is now in the up state, the port status problem incident would be cleared. Deduplication rules allow an event type to be nominated and a period over which repeated occurrences of that event should be suppressed. The first event of the nominated type initiates the deduplication period and is then released for further processing immediately. Subsequent events of the same type are then suppressed for the deduplication period. Once the time period has been exceeded, the last suppressed event, if any, is released. Additionally, a release event may be defined. In this case, if the release event is received during the deduplication period, then the period ends immediately and the last suppressed event, if any, is released for further processing. Note that if another event of the nominated type arrives after the deduplication period has ended, then it initiates the deduplication process again. Event set detection rules are intended to allow multiple related events to be gathered together into the same incident. The rule only succeeds if all of the listed events occur on the same source component within the specified time period. Under that circumstance, it then proceeds to run all of the actions listed in the action steps list.